Hey everyone, I'm Sebastian with Performance Play Sports here in Costa Mesa, California. I'm going to show you a simple rhomboid strain self-stretch today. All you're going to need is a ball, a baseball, or a lacrosse ball, a softball, something of that nature. I'm going to show you a couple different ways to use this that you might not already know. I know there's probably a lot of videos of something like this on YouTube, but not a lot of them use movement of the shoulder blade to incorporate a little bit of a pin and stretch in here. So I'll show you how to address that. Now the area we're talking about is right up into, I like to call it the area that you can't really touch. Like, at least for most people, you can't get to it with your finger. It feels like it's deep in there. It feels like it's along the shoulder blade area, even sometimes even deep to the shoulder blade. And so I'm going to show you how to use this baseball to get to that area. So why don't you come with me on the ground? And I apologize, no camera guy today, so I'm going to do my very best to give you guys amazing information without having to pay a camera crew. I'm not sure if you guys realize, but a lot of us, at least the creators on YouTube for at least this clinical setting, we just do it between patients. So I apologize for camera setting. So you use the baseball, and so what we're going to do is find a location just between the shoulder blades, but higher than you think. Okay. So I'm going to roll a couple times just so you can see where the area is at. So right now the ball is located kind of where it feels like if I were to move the wrong way, it would just squirt out, okay? I know there's a lighting issue, so I will move a little bit so you can see, but generally I have people looking straight up at the ceiling when they do this exercise. Notice the ball's naturally squirting its way out of there. That's kind of what we want. And so the area right there is the kind of upper rhomboid, like levator scapula, upper trap area. That's what we want to start with in most cases. And then we can move a little bit lower, because I find that if we work on areas such as that first, then we'll get a better result. And so notice I bring my hips up to bring my body weight onto the ball, and then we're going to back and forth. Okay? This works much better on carpet. This mat that I have is a little bit slippery, and that's why the ball is coming loose. But you want to replace the ball every single time. Reach behind your back and then come out. Reach behind your back and then come out. Okay? It's okay to roll away a little bit to get off of the pressure. This ball as well, so baseballs, lacrosse balls, tennis balls, they all have different thicknesses. And the floor obviously has different squishiness. Notice I didn't do it on this hardwood floor because it's just going to light me up. We don't want it to be intense pain. You want it to be to the point where it's about probably a 4 to 5 out of 10, and then it goes away immediately after. Like, you shouldn't feel like it lights you up after, and that's the magic of doing like a self-massage type of technique. Now, for the next part, we're actually going to, so actually I should probably say, we usually spend about 30 seconds to a minute doing that on that side of complaint, okay? Just go through movements with the arm. Next is we're going to travel down a little bit into the shoulder blade region where you guys might deem the rhomboid. Oh, my mic got caught. And so I'll show you here where this is going, because when I lay down, you won't be able to see it. Okay, so it's right around here. You probably see the lettering on my shirt. It's going to be just below it, not on anything bony. If it feels like it's hard, like in the center of the spine, that's a no-no. And it shouldn't be on the shoulder blade itself. It should be just between. There's a little gully there. And so I would leave the ball on the ground, find your way to the ball, roll until you find the area that's the problem. Take the other hand, support the head, and we're just going to reach across our body like we're trying to pick our own opposite pocket. Okay? Pick your pocket. Pick your pocket. Okay? And so what this is doing is that it's a nice little pin and stretch. What we can do with the head here is we can actually take this hand here and kind of pull long, like you're trying to brush your hair but don't move your head. So what this does is it creates a little bit of like a decompression of the neck. Also, it stretches those muscles in the upper part of the shoulder blade that attach from the neck to the shoulder blade, and it helps out to relieve the rhomboid strain. Again, about 30 seconds or so is usually enough. Okay. Can you use a foam roller? You can, but it's not as pinpoint. And if you're looking for something that's a little bit more focused and pinpoint in the area, you need to find something that's balls squirting all over the place. Need to find something smaller. However, a foam roller is really nice for doing something like mid-back extension. We're going to imagine here, I don't have a foam roller here, but we can do something like this, something like a foam roller in between, doing like 30 seconds of upper trap levator and then the rhomboid. And just by putting the foam roller right into the area right here where my thumb is at, you lay back on it and then you just reach and reach and reach. If for some reason this bothers your neck, you just grab one hand right here and then reach with the other, do about 10, take the other and reach. The point is to create a bend point over the foam roller. And when you do so, what we know from most research about shoulder blades is that they respond really well if the mid-back has a good amount of movement. So usually people, because they're sitting a lot, this is our general habits in society, is we sit a lot, they have more rounded positions within their upper back. And I'm going to move the camera real quickly, so hang on with me. By the way, stay tuned to the end. I got something that you guys are going to like. Okay, so from a society's perspective, we tend to round a lot, and so what this will do is it'll put the mid back into just a lot of rounded, flexed position, as we say. By doing this, it actually loses some of its rotation ability. People who play golf and play baseball, rotational athletes, generally they won't get a lot of rotation if they're rounded in this fashion. So an easy thing to do is just expose it to extension at the same time, okay? So we're gonna go here. In this case, I like using my chair. This is how I show most of my patients because they don't always have a foam roller. And so we're just gonna bend ourselves over the chair about 20, 30 times. Okay? Exploring new range every single time. I hope you guys are doing this right now, actually, because this is pretty killer. It feels really good. Okay? It feels good to feel good. Okay? And that's what you do. And so what will happen here is as you start to expose your mid-back to a little bit more extension patterns, you'll actually start to be able to have access to rotation again. And what we know is the shoulder blade loves a good mid-back to move upon. And a lot of times the shoulder blade or the rhomboid strains, the upper trap tightness, even stuff deep into the shoulder blade, a lot of times will respond very well if we just get the mid-back moving, especially if it hasn't been moving a lot prior. So if you guys have questions on things, feel free to put them in the links or in the comments below. We do our very best to answer all of the questions that come on YouTube. But if you guys are wondering what to do next, you tried these stretches and they worked, but you want to know what to do next, I'm gonna have a gift for you. Okay. So in each of these videos, if we feel like we can give better information, if this works, then we try to do so and we try to make it for free. Okay. So there's going to be a link in the description below. There might be something that pops up in the corner here, which prompts you to go through and get it. It might be an audio, might be a webinar, might be a PDF or something of that nature. We change it a little bit every time based upon the responses that people give us and to see what resonates well with you. And so what we need from you is to just take the next step. Because if this worked, this is just a momentary thing. This is like a part 1 of a 4-part recovery, to be honest with you. Stretching works until it doesn't. And pin and stretch works, massage works, self-massage for the rhomboid strain works until it doesn't. And I think probably a lot of you have probably noticed that it works and it keeps the symptoms at bay for a couple days, maybe a week, and then it keeps coming back. And a lot of times we have to build support and build nice movement throughout the shoulder blade, the mid-back, and even the neck and the core area to support this area when you don't have pain. Pain corrupts movement, and so whenever you do have pain, it's really challenging to put all of the building blocks within there. So take advantage of the gift. Go to the link below, check it out. And if you need help, we are in Costa Mesa, California. We offer online and in-person care. Okay, and so if you need something online, you're like, hey, I'm not by you. Doesn't matter. We can still help you out. So we'd love to help you out. We're really good at rhomboid strains and mid-back, shoulder blade type of thing. So we'd love to help you out through that. And we're very honest. Check all of our reviews if you question if we can do our job or not. And subscribe to the channel. In the little link below, you can actually go to there, and there's all these, there's a lot of videos on shoulder blade, rhomboid pain, rhomboid strains that we have on YouTube. So go to our channel, subscribe. There'll be a search function there. Just put in whatever you want, and you'll find the very best free information on the internet. See you soon.